Hey guys, welcome back to another episode. My name is Mabi and today I'm here to talk about my terrible addiction, as the title says. Now, it's really bad and I am working on getting through it, so let's go ahead and get started. A lot of people are addicted to alcohol, drugs, gambling maybe, but me, I'm addicted to mobile gaming. Mobile gaming, specifically one game. And I'm not like hamming it up when I say that this is really addiction. This is really an addiction, because it is. It has affected my life in so many ways for the past couple of months that I'm really trying to slow down on this. So the game that I'm talking about, and I'll put up some screenshots here and there. I don't think I'm gonna record any of the phone of it, me playing it. I could make it to a series. No, I'm dropping the game. This is Marvel Puzzle Quest for the iPhone. You can get it on Steam. It's for the app, it's for the Google Store and all that stuff. So of course, big company Marvel put out an awesome game that it does what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to attract people and have them play non-stop. So Marvel Puzzle Quest is a bejeweled type of a bejeweled, well, I guess you can really call a match 3 type of game, where pretty much the core gameplay, and I'll get into how the game works and why it's so addicting and why I can't stop and why I should stop and all of that stuff. But yeah, here's how it basically works. The gameplay is as such. There's a board. It's usually 3v3 if you're doing PvP, but for the most part, out of like 100 plus, way more than 100, maybe like 200 plus different Marvel heroes that they keep adding in all the time. You choose 3 of them to be in a party. They all have different abilities, and you match different colors on the board. There's colors and team up panels. The different colors that you match will charge up your hero's powers. For instance, if you charge up a lot of green, you can use Storm's lightning ability, which does some board clearing and stuff. If you get Cyclops as red, he blasts the enemy and stuff like that. So it is a 3-match thing, but it's also very tactical, and it has an RPG aspect of you leveling up your character and leveling up different sorts of skills here. Now I had 2 runs with this game before, and the first time was really bad. This time it's not as bad, but I still need to get rid of it. So I first played this game, I think maybe 2 years ago. I first got into it, and it's a very different game than it is today. Back then there were so many different changes. There wasn't a lot of heroes, and so in the game, the reason why I was let's just start with why I was addicted, and then we'll go into the story from there. So here's how the game's progression system pretty much works. So it's really easy to get premium currency. A lot of free mobile games usually has premium free currency, and in this way, to get the premium currency, you have to win events. Now these are timed events. There are PvP events. It's not real time with other players, but you do go up against other people's teams and you attack them and everything like that. And there's also story events where they would come up with a new story that everyone goes through, and then there's timed events like that. So the game keeps you coming back over and over again with lots of different major things. Most of it's timed. Okay, so there's a lot to explain here, but I gotta get this off my chest. I'm addicted. I gotta talk about this so I don't have to talk about this anymore. Okay, so through the game, you collect heroes through tokens. You get tokens, and it's a loot box, right? You open a token, and there's different tiers of tokens: standard tokens, elite, hero, heroic, and all that stuff. There's different tiers of tokens, and of course, when you open it up, you either get a common, rare, 4-star, 3-star, whatever, all that stuff. And you put it in your roster slot. Now you cannot have infinite amount of heroes. There's like 200 plus heroes, but you can only have a certain rostered slot depending on your progress in the game. You have to spend premium currency on. They throw premium currency at you at a pretty okay amount. For instance, maybe you start with 3 hero slots, so you can only have 3 until you spend 50 I'm gonna call them, what are they called again? Hero points? HP. 50 HP to unlock a hero slot. So we unlock a hero slot. Okay, cool. You usually get it like through the tutorial, and then you can get it like pretty easy. So, but here's the thing: what happens if you open a token and you do not have a roster slot ready? You have 2 weeks, and there's a little timer. You have 2 weeks to get enough hero points to unlock a roster slot, or that character. You can pretty much recycle it for the common currency. The common currency is used. There's 3 different currencies, and I'll get to the other one later. But there's the common one used to upgrade heroes, and there's the hero points used to, you know, to buy more packs, or you can upgrade your roster slot, which I recommend always, you know, saving up for roster slots. So the game's like, hey, you know, I know you, like, this is the beginning. Like, if you're really new at the game, like, oh, you have, like, a bunch of 1 and 2 star heroes. Oh, you opened up a 3-star hero. Oh, man, you want to roster it? Sorry, man. You either have to delete one of your rostered heroes that you spent time leveling up, or you can either spend hero points, the premium currency, to open up a roster slot. If you don't have enough, well, you know, there's $3 here for 150 tokens and stuff like that. So, besides, you know, the big old time, like, literally, like, if I open this up, I'm gonna open this app up right now, and I'm gonna go through it, and I'm gonna just say why. Like, there are timed events, there are story events, and other stuff, and the reason why it's so addicting, and I say this, like, it's a perfect model. I am actually in a Facebook group with a guild, and they are crazy about this game. Now, 2 years ago, I joined this Facebook group, and I played for months and months and months. I was getting top 5, top 1 in all the events. Now the events last for, there's like big events that last 3 days, and then you have to keep playing, and there's like more specifics, but let's just say you have to keep playing. You have to spend maybe an hour to 3 hours a day doing story missions. Otherwise, you're not going to get number 1. Now they have a list of, like, if you get like ranked 1 to like 10 or something, you get a lot of hero points, the premium currency, plus rare hero covers. And then they always keep coming out with new and new hero covers. Now I have 90, you know, I've been playing for a couple of months with my second try here. A lot of people have way more, but I have about 100 extra heroes that are unrostered right now, and one is going to expire in 1 day and 17 minutes, which is my 3-star Black Widow, which I don't really need. I do have, oh my god, I don't know. I have a 4-star Drax, which is 2 days and 13 hours. 4 stars is pretty rare. And yeah, it's either I keep playing and grinding out the hero points, or he's gonna be gone forever. And that is the bane of loot boxes. It's a loot box. They call it, you know. It's really cool because they have like the art covers of like the 1950s Spider-Man covers. That's really cool when you play the characters. But yeah, I joined this Facebook group a long time ago because if you're in a guild, it's called the Lazy Surfers, yeah. And if you join a guild, it's you and 19 other people. You guys do events, so not only do you place you know, not only do you place individually for rewards and stuff, but if your guild does well, you also get a lot more rewards that way. So the guild that I, you know, a couple of months ago, sorry, about 2 years ago, the guild that I joined, they were really crazy on people saying you have to get this minimum or you're gonna get kicked out of the guild. You have to get this minimum of story or PvP, you're gonna get kicked out of the guild. So we would usually get like always top 50, and we get lots of rewards. But the thing is though, it takes up so much time. It takes up so much time, and I don't know what to do anymore. And you know what's even worse? I am part of the premium service in this game. It's free to play. They just recently have a VIP service, $10 a month. I did that. I'm gonna stop. I'm going to stop. But it's $10 a month, and heroes recover fast because it's a free to play, and you know it's really fun. I don't know what to say. I'm a freaking addict here. But it's $10 a month. You get lots and lots of extra rewards. Your heroes recover faster. You get daily rewards for 28 days straight. It's insane. So let's get to the end of my first story. 2 years ago, it was getting to the point where I would do nothing most of the day but play this game, go out with friends. Oh yeah, oh, you still playing the Marvel Puzzle Quest, Mabi? Yeah, I'm still doing it. So I just deleted the app, and then it deleted all my progress, and I was sad, but I had to do it. Back then it was extremely grindy, really grindy. Nowadays they have like and I have a lot of casual stuff for people to get into. But back then it was really grindy, and I even told my guild mates on my Facebook, hey, I have to stop, you know, I'll see you guys. But it was nice being I had to stop, so you know, it's whatever. 2 years later, you know, about 3 months ago, I wanted to check the game out again. I was like, oh yeah, what's new? Let me check the game out. 100 new heroes, lots of new balances, so many ways to earn points. They even added a new currency called alliance points. It was CP, sorry, command points, which is only gained through events in the game. You can't purchase, well, you can technically purchase command points through bundles, but yeah, command points was a third currency, is used for just lots of rare amazing item like things, right? So I was like, oh man, this is cool. I'm gonna start playing casually. I'm not gonna go too hardcore. I'm just going to play casually, right? Yeah, I spent a lot of money on the game already. Let's see, I have two months already of the VIP service. I'm not gonna renew it. No matter what, I'm not going to renew it. And then during December, they had a sale. They had a awesome sale, so I bought some of the hero points so I could upgrade my roster and stuff, get some cool stuff. It was just bad. So no, I haven't. I mean, here's the thing though. There's no buyer's remorse out of buying that. It's just a lot of time. A lot of time is being taken up. No buyer's remorse. It's a free game. It is fun, challenging. You know, getting these new heroes and getting high up in the events, because in some of these brackets you're up against 1,000 other players plus, and it feels pretty awesome to get like top 5 and top 1. It's really cool. And then when you play PvP, you fight other people's three teams, and then you go high up on the scores and stuff. It's really good. They do a good job, and here's why I think the game, really sucks people in. Not only Marvel Puzzle Quest, but tons of other freemium games like this. They give you just enough that you feel like you are making a lot of progress, but also you could be doing more, if that makes any sense at all. So like I said, when I got back into the game again, they really revamped the game and really made it fun to play even more. It's still grindy, but it's less grindy than it was before, because you get further faster. And I was like, oh, this is really awesome. I can play I can play just like I did before, but not as much, or so I thought. So I went back to my old Facebook group, and I was like, 2 years later, I'm like, hey guys, you got any slots left? I'm playing again. I'm starting up. And they're like, yeah, join on in. It's only 20 people guild. They had one more slot for me, so I joined in. And it's funny because there is an in-game chat in the game, and then one of the commanders of the guild was like, oh man, everyone, welcome back, Mabi, an old surfer. And it was called a lazy surfer. It's an old surfer. And everyone's like, oh, hi, welcome, hi. And I was like, oh god, I remember these names. Oh, 2 years ago. Oh, what have I gotten myself into? Two months later, after playing it, after the second return, oh man, I have a lot. I cannot believe I have, like people are even more crazier than me. Like, if anyone watches this and they've been playing this game for a year plus, you probably have way more stuff than me. But I think I have a pretty good, like, size portion of progress for playing for 3 months. I have 60 roster slots. I have a couple of 5 stars. I have a lot of, and this usually only makes sense to people who play the game, but just in case you played it, I have like a lot of champs, like I have a bunch of 3-star champs, and I'm really close to champing my 4 America Chavez. It's gonna be amazing. But I'm gonna play this game casually again. I'm not gonna do the VIP thing anymore, even though, because it's $10 a month. That's like a Netflix thing, But like I said, I didn't feel bad buying it because the game, it's fun, It's like, I spent more on goddamn Call of Duty World War II. I spent $65 on that game, right? Or just 59, the digital version or whatever. But it's like, I spent less money on this, and I spent 1,000 more hours on the mobile game, which I had more fun of, because it's just very accessible. Free, new events all the time, being updated regularly. Lots of changes. It's in your pocket. You can play it on Steam, but I would if you were gonna play this, I really recommend you just play here on your phone, tablet, whatever, anything you can take with you. But yeah, it's just really accessible. So this was the first mobile game that I really got into. I mean, the first time that I got my iPhone was so many years ago. It was like Gen 2 or something like that. So long ago. And then I'm using an iPhone 7 now? 6, 7? I don't remember which one this is. There's so many. I haven't updated in a long time. But the first game I got, I remember buying my first mobile game. I was like, oh, you can get games on here. It was before like the big old boom market of freemium games. It was I forgot what it was. It was a game where you would travel. It was like a really cool game where the gameplay was you swipe to attack, you swipe and you click to block. It was a game where you control somebody with a sword. And then, does anyone know what this is? I'm pretty sure it's a really old game. I think there's been another one and stuff like that. But you would travel up a tower, and then if you get killed, your kid would go up and do the same thing. So it was like a trial and error type of thing. But it was really good graphics. It was like 3D graphics. I was like, oh, this is amazing. That was the first game I ever bought. And the second game I think I bought was Angry Birds or something like that. But other than that, there hasn't really been a game that I've been too addicted to. Maybe the thing that's come close to this, well, not really close, but the thing that I've almost been addicted to was also The Walking Dead. It was one, I forgot what it's called, but it was one of the Walking Dead games where it was like a strategy game, you know, tiles on the ground, you control different heroes, and of course, yeah, you get people from the show and all that stuff. So I got into that a little bit, and then that was it. But this game, I don't even know how many hours I spent on it, and I'd be really, you know, like I said, no buyer's remorse. The people who do this company, D3 Go, and whenever they have a new update, I always go to the D3 Go forum page, and I look it up. And I'm like, oh, what's the new differences here? What the hero balance changes? You know, they did a good job, so I don't feel bad spending money. It's just the time. The thing is, though, I'm not that busy though. You know, I play it in the morning, I play it at night. But the thing is, though, this is really dangerous. Marvel Puzzle Quest is dangerous. Like I said, timed events. Every couple days, you have to keep playing if you want to stay up in the rankings. And here's the thing, this is probably like one of the, there's probably like hundreds of thousands of games like this that have this function. But pretty much, if you want to win a PvP event, for instance, let's say you join a bracket. I'm gonna join a level 8 bracket or something. So you fight with other people who join level 8. The higher tier that you join, the more rewards you get. But of course, it's harder to get higher, right? So let's say you join an event and you're like, okay, it's gonna end in 2 days, 12 hours. You're like, okay, I got 2 days and 12 hours to get super high, and then see what happens. You have to keep grinding throughout that day, and then at the very last couple of hours, let's say I set it so it ends, because they give you set times, 3 a.m., 5 p.m., stuff like that. So let's say it ends at 3 a.m. You have to literally move your life, your time around this event if you really want to get a high score. Or you can spend hero points to shield yourself from being attacked. So there were some days where I'm like, oh, this event's going to end at 3 a.m. I have to stay up until 11 p.m. I have to, and then at the last final hour, I have to grind it out until 12 p.m. And then I would have to activate my hero points block for 3 hours. So it ends at 3, and then they can't attack me in my score. It's like that type of thing where you have to move your life around it, which is the biggest problem I have with the game. Yeah, it's just a lot of time consuming things. So what I have to do now is I have to figure out how to play this game more. Not more, I have to play it less, but don't go too crazy. So that's, I think a lot of the things that I've just said today about this game, you probably just don't know anything about it unless you played it yourself. But maybe if you are into any mobile games, you could kind of understand what I'm saying here. So there's like 100 more things I could say about the game. You know, they have a new, like, as I'm uploading this, 2 days, yeah. This is Saturday. I'm uploading this Saturday. I'm recording this on Thursday. Just today, they have a new Black Panther event with a new Black Panther character coming out. Level 4 star. If I want him, I have to do crazy. I have to get top 50 in this event. Oh. New heroes, boys. Anyways, this is my addiction, my terrible addiction, and I can't believe I spent 20 minutes talking about this. I could probably go on a lot longer, but let's go ahead and cut it here. So yeah, that was my addiction. Please let me know down below. Do any of you have any sort of mobile gaming addiction like I do? If you do, how often do you play? What are the different types of things in the game that keep you coming back? Like I said, in this game, timed events. You either get on, you play, you grind, or you get nothing. You know, it's that type of thing. So yo, how competitive are you guys in mobile games? Let me know. I would really like to know down below. And if any of you guys play Marvel, let me know what your roster slot is, your roster size, also your favorite heroes to play, mostly PvP. My PvP right now is Gambit. I'm leaving him at 270. American Chavez, I got about 8 America Chavez. I have 8 skills in her, and my third one is usually gonna be like a Cyclops champ or something, level 3. So yeah, you don't know what it means. I'm sorry if you don't play the game. So please let me know down below what's up. I want to read those comments. I want to respond back. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.